I hope you don't mind. We're also bringing up our composer Eric Franklin and our post-sound mixer Jenna Tressler.
So man, I feel like I need to separate you two.
Why is that?
No, I was picturing like in the writing process, like you just where you like taking each other on and just like well, maybe we can do this.
That's funny you say that, yeah.
There's a lot of like, don't do that. I'd say that more than anything. There's a lot of, it was a very great process. Originally, I was solo writing this as a drama, and it just wasn't working at all, and it was like becoming something it shouldn't have, and I was uncomfortable with the things that people could perceive from the story. So I was like, okay, let's just flip this, and make this guy like the worst guy possible. Let's make it a comedy. So, yep.
Yeah.
Well, actually, thinking about him as a character, how did you? Yeah, let's use it. How did you think about his psychology, or did you think of backstory for him, or what was?
That's a really good question. So it does say based on true events, and I'm gonna give the mic to this guy right here.
Okay, well, I was not exactly this guy. My situation was a little different, but I thought of this thing that happened to me. Basically, I guess I'll tell you what happened to me. I was on the subway, right? This guy asked me for a swipe, and I was like, oh, why don't you just jump? Like, everybody jumps. You're trying to be funny. And I was like, no, just jump. I'll jump with you. And he didn't like that very much. So then I left. And then he ended up jumping, and chased me down, pushed me against the wall, and he said, say you respect me. And then I said, I respect you, and that was about it. But then nowadays there are a lot of provocateurs that ride the subway who come from Long Island or all over, and they're like kind of trying to like pick on these people and try to get a rise out of them so they can like do something, you know what I mean? So I was thinking about that, and then also the fact that like, Jay, he keeps saying things like, oh, he's all barking on my bike, and he's always this tough guy, macho guy thing. But if you ever see like these racist guys get on videos, like they're all talk, they're all bark, and then there's no bite. Like you kind of like they get bitch really easily.
And so what was it like to cast them?
We had Lavelle Crawford, who played Big Willie, in mind since the beginning. I remember writing it, and I said to Aashish, I picture this role, that dude from Breaking Bad. And it was just a matter of how in the world do we get him. And so we had our producers reach out to his people, and of course they didn't give us the time of day, because at the end of the day we're a short film, and Lavelle Crawford's got better things to do. So we were lucky enough to be shooting this at the right time, where we looked it up, and just because he's a stand-up comedian. So we looked up, he had any shows in LA, and sure enough, he was at Netflix as a Joke Fest at the Bourbon Room on Hollywood Boulevard, and we're both from Los Angeles. So we went to the Bourbon Room, we got seats, and I remember as I was watching him perform, I was thinking, like, it doesn't have to be him, I don't want to get my hopes up. And then as it continued, I was like, it has to be him, there's no other person who plays the role. And as soon as it ended, we cold pitched him, we elevator pitched him out the gate. And he liked it so much that he gave us his personal phone number and his manager's information, and worked a direct line of contact. We went back and forth, and he ended up doing it. He found the time schedule. So we couldn't be more happy, more privileged to have casted him. He couldn't have been more of a good sport to be in it, because at the end of the day, this was 2 overnights in the New York City subway, and it's weird subject material. And as far as the other 2 cast members go, Emily, the female in the movie, she auditioned, and we loved her, and it was as simple as that. And the lead is a friend of ours who did us a favor. We pulled a lot of lucky cards, and it all came together really, really quite nicely.
Questions?
I would love to know sort of what kind of thought went into the score, because it was very chaotic and frantic in really cool ways.
So I'm a whole score person. I can do the normal strings, piano stuff, but I've been playing drums since I was a little kid. And I learned about this project from a friend who's they need somebody who's really good at scoring comedies who plays jazz and drums to Birdman. And I'm yes, absolutely, yes. And during the process of writing, there's a lot of stuff that came up about different characters and how to kind of personify them through different sounds. Drum set, I think it's like 5 drums and a couple cymbals. There's not as many options when scoring with like making themes and such, but we still try to like give them recognizable things, recognizable sounds, different sticks, different cymbals, just fiddling around a lot. And they also they didn't provide me like a ton of talent. It was enabling them being like go crazy, go wild, have a great time. And I recorded everything myself live. All of that. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we did that. We got the license.
That was definitely a conversation. That's all I have to do about that.
The dirty secret is like we didn't play festival.
We're friends with Paul.
They signed up. Don't ask for them. Anyone else? I guess. Oh,
Ooh, that's a good question. What do you think?
Who I said this? I mean, our DP is Matt Liang. I mean, he did an amazing job, as you can see. I mean, for me, the subway, you have to. This is very like it has to feel real. It has to feel like you're watching, and I wanted to maybe feel a little perverted, in the sense that you're what's the word? A voyeur. It's very voyeuristic. There are like these shots like behind, like just you're watching. You get really close to the tongue, you know. So yeah, just getting really close and making it feel as weird as possible. I kind of wish I had a little more film during those.
I also would like physically when you're on the subway platform, there's not a lot of room. So like imagine us with our camera setup and all these different things going on and lighting and all that. So like we kind of did have to get up close and personal purely like just because we had to.
who came up with the being a paradigm idea?
Actually, I don't know if you guys can tell. That was me who was eating the hot dog. That was my Albert Hitchcock.
Did you agree right away?
Actually, can I gotta tell, we had like 3 different shots that were like conveniently covering the hard-on. Where like, we actually had to tone it down. Our producers were like, this is too many. We had like an old man on a bench smoking a cigarette, replacing the shape of the penis. We had like all these different, it just became about that shot almost. We had like, so I'm glad you guys all got a kick out of it too. We're happy. We're happy the one worked, yeah.
Very awesome powers.
Yeah, that was that's good.
Yeah. Cool. What do you guys think I kind of know here next week?
We're working on a documentary where it involves us cross-country road tripping around America, and where I would be the subject of the documentary. So we're working on that right now. We're hoping to film before the end of the year. Do you guys have anything you want to plug? They have their minds. They have a lot of good things going on. Thank you guys. We're so glad you enjoyed it.